Now, I've been your training partner and trainer for many years now through various video series where you've transformed with me, you've built muscle with me, and now it's time to get shredded with me. Let's do this. The difference for training for mass and training for shredding is very little, actually. We still need to break down the muscle fibers of our type 1, type 2A, type 2B. So I find very little difference, except the volume is going to go down a little bit. A lot of people think when you're bulking that the volume is lower, and when you are losing fat, you need to tone and increase the volume. Not the case, because when your calories are restricted, you can't go through too much volume until, before you start breaking down muscle. Whereas if you've got plenty of calories to back it up, then you can push it a little bit more. You can push those calories into your muscle reserves. So what I'll say is, yes, the repetitions are going to be there, but not as much volume, so you won't be spending so much time in the gym. The mindset for you during this program should be just like with any other program, 100%. Try not to get involved in conversation with anybody at the gym. If somebody comes up to you, apologize and say, look, I'm here only for an hour. I've got to put in my time here. Just treat it as if it's your work. Put your headphones on if need be. Keep your eyes to the floor. Don't invite any interaction with anybody. It's your time, and it's your time to shine. When I'm in the gym training, what is going through my head is basically do or die. I put myself in certain circumstances where I think, if I don't get myself out of this, something bad's gonna happen. Because if I know if I can put my back up against the wall, I have to fight my way out of it. There are gonna be times where you will have some self-doubt, especially as your energy gets a little bit lower. That's the time that you need to acknowledge this. Don't be in denial. Acknowledge it and do the opposite. If in doubt, go a little bit heavier and use your rest pause principles. And your mindset should always acknowledge that. Everybody trains a little bit differently. The way that I train is sometimes a way that I wouldn't recommend. However, throughout this video series, as the body fat gets a little bit lower, I do go a lot stricter. I go a lot tighter with my form. So, you need to be working on trying to get that mind-muscle connection, that contraction, that stretch by pushing is the carbohydrates that we do have available into the muscle. So you need to maintain that pump the whole time. So you have to go just a little bit stricter on this plan. The results that I've seen from people that have applied my training philosophies has been absolutely fantastic. They've increased the density, their separation, the fullness to the muscle, but more so is that they've eradicated the onset of injury. Obviously, when you're working with a higher rep principle, especially to begin with, to improve the synovial fluid and the elasticity to the muscle, and as well as stretching that fascia and improving the blood flow so you can improve the recovery, that the results have been absolutely fantastic. If you want to stay injury-free but continue to progress, then this is what I recommend. I put this training program specifically together to maintain muscle while burning a lot of fat. And everybody can follow this protocol, whether you're male, female, young or old, you can follow the exact same principles because your muscle insertions and attachments are in the same place. However, your intensity and weight load is going to change and you're utilized accordingly to yourself. So what weight that you'll be using, I have no idea. Just make sure that you fail within the repetition range that I prescribe and keep the intensity there specifically for your goals and your background. The training philosophies that I've included in this plan are supersets, drop sets, rest pause principles, and a DTPXtreme. And a DTPXtreme is where your rest periods are a replication of your repetition. So say if you did 10 reps, you're gonna rest for 10 seconds. Let's say if you've done 20 reps, you're gonna rest for 20 seconds, and so on and so forth. There's various hybrids in this, and make sure that you follow every single one of the weeks because every week is gonna change. Overall, the training philosophies that this shred program is based around is not leaving any stone unturned. So you're going to be breaking down all your muscle fibers from your type 1 to your type 2, type 2A, type 2B. And you're also going to be going through myofibril hypertrophy as well as sarcoplasmic hypertrophy with your high and low rep principles. The training protocol on this program is going to help you get shredded by increasing your muscle density and maintaining it so you're able to churn up more calories. Obviously, the intensity will burn up some more calories, but the focus is maintenance. And the more muscle that you will maintain, the more fat you'll be able to utilize. So over the 28 days, the training will be progressing in different ways, whether that be the inclusion of more sets or more drop sets, or more of the DTPXtreme. It changes from week to week to week. So make sure that you follow every single video accordingly to make sure that you adapt the changes. So basically, to break this program down, you're going to be training 4 days a week within the gym on weights. Every single day you'll be doing cardio, and you need to split up those cardios from AM to PM of at least 8 hours in between, just to make sure that you spike your metabolism. So for me, personally, I'm going to train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to have the Wednesday and the Saturday and Sunday as my active rest days, where I'll be doing my double sessions of cardio. And I'll also do my first session of cardio immediately post-workout after I've had my shake. And then I'll do another cardio session in the evening as well. Now you can chop and change however you need, as long as you get your 4 workouts in per week and make sure that you get a rest day after 2 days, and then after your 4th day you get a couple of days off. And you will also have to do your cardio in the AM and the PM, but I would never ever recommend that you do your cardio immediately before your workout, because you'll need that energy and that calorie surplus for performance. The training split will be as followed. On Monday, you'll be doing back and biceps in the morning. In the evening, around your second cardio, you'll be doing your calves and you'll be doing your lower abs. Tuesday, you'll be doing your shoulders and your triceps. On the Thursday, you'll be hitting your legs. Now that's almost half your body part, so you'll be doing that alone. And then on a Friday, you're gonna come in and hit your chest and your calves again in the morning, and then in the evening, you're gonna be hitting your upper abs. The way your calves are gonna change is that you'll be focusing on your soleus on one day, and on the other day, you'll be focusing on your gastrocnemius. Now the workouts won't be too long. Some body parts will take a little bit longer than others. Say your back and biceps could take a little bit more time, maybe an hour and a quarter, but usually your workouts could be anywhere between 45 to 60 minutes. Make sure that you keep the intensity intact. Now, I wouldn't recommend that you change your split based on your schedule, but if you really truly have to, let's say you have to go away on holiday or you've got to fly somewhere, then throw in 3 days before so you can take 2 days off after, and so on and so forth. As long as you get your workouts in throughout that week, that is the most important piece of the puzzle. For cardio during this plan, it will increase week by week by week. So make sure that you watch every single week in order to apply the changes. But for me personally, it will be on a Stairmaster as much as possible to really dig into the deep fibers. And I just find that I build up a sweat. I recommend that you wear a heart rate monitor and keep the intensity there anywhere between 60 and 70% of your max. For your cardio, I do recommend that you do something that's slightly more intensive as opposed to, say, sitting on a cycle. So an elliptical is good. Going up and down stairs is great. A Stairmaster or a stepper are perfect as well. And keep it at a medium intensity throughout the whole duration. No high intensity up and down. We're trying to just maintain the muscle, so that's why we complete our steady state. So before you start this plan, make sure that you watch the nutrition overview, the supplement overview, and the complete overview of the entire plan, just to make sure that you are completely prepared for this. Now, it's going to require a lot of intensity and a lot of devotion and a lot of commitment from yourself. But remember, if we're trying to get results that others aren't, we've got to do things that others can't.